see my turn, Randall?
I see that. It looks so graceful. So graceful with it.
Oh, look at that. Little Dumplings in the house.
Yeah.
It's my man, Carlos.
Carlos,
Woo.
good to see you, man.
Welcome, my man.
Little dumpling.
You come bearing gifts.
Yes.
Yes, you do. Okay,
Best
so
gift you could give.
full disclosure, this guy and his team have a rockin' Instagram, and I saw so many of these pictures. I'm like, that looks amazing. I gotta call him. We got to figure this out. We have to have him on the show. Yeah. So you brought some goodies for us.
I did.
What are we going to start with?
So right now we're going to start with making kimchi ramen.
Kimchi ramen.
Our menu changes a lot. So this is the menu. This is a noodle that we have right now for this month. So
Limited time only.
yeah, it's been on there for a good month and a half.
Okay.
So it's probably about to change, mid-March. Yeah.
How often do you guys make changes? And then do you make customers mad? Because they're like, hey, where's my favorite?
There's some, you can't make everybody happy.
Well,
There's some that's like, ooh, I love that. But I tell them, I was like, give this a try. I'm almost positive you'll like it.
You're going to like it too. Okay.
They always ask, how is it?
How
I'm like,
long?
well, I would not put it on the menu if it's not good.
See?
There you go.
That's a Carlos stamp of approval
Yes.
right there. So how long does it stay in the pot here, Carlos?
So technically it should be cooking for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
But being on TV, it's already cooked, so I'm just warming it up.
All right,
so I'm going to
warm it
start
up.
off building the ramen. So right now, this is the tare, which is the seasoning.
Tare.
A seasoning for the broth itself. So that's like salt, a little bit of mirin. It's got like rice wine in there.
Okay.
So you got the broth in there. That's chicken base.
And then while you're doing that, Carlos, the biggest difference between kimchi ramen and maybe just like, I don't know, regular ramen, or what's the big special difference there?
The biggest thing on here is the kimchi itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If I didn't put the kimchi on it, it still tastes good, but there's something about the kimchi juice itself turns that broth into something different.
Delicious.
Gotcha.
Carlos, for those watching and who may not be familiar, describe to them, what in the world is kimchi? Like, what is it?
Yeah, so
If they're
kimchi
wondering,
is
what is that?
it's a fermented cabbage. It's a Korean staple.
Okay.
It's really good too.
Yeah, so you're pretty much taking cabbage and you're mixing it with some spices, Korean chili flakes, onions. Sometimes you can put kiwi in there.
Now, you mentioned the fermentation. How long does that process last?
So fermentation, I would like to go at least 5 days, depending on the temperature.
Good question.
Depending on the temperature you're fermenting it in, but I would say 5 days, and then after that you can start cooling it, and then that kind of like slows down the fermentation.
What's that, Carlos?
This is wood ear mushrooms.
Oh.
So mushrooms that's been pickled, and
Pickled.
just pickled, just regular vinegar, water, and sugar. And just let it pickle, and it gives it just a little bit more acid to it.
And then everything's better with an egg, you guys.
Yeah, so
Everything.
we call that a jammy egg.
A
Jimmy egg. Oh,
So a 6-minute egg.
egg.
Okay.
It's been cooked, it boiled for 6 minutes, and then marinated in some soy, mirin, brown sugar.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
and it gives it like you can see the yolk. It kind of gives it like a jammy texture.
Yeah, it does have a sort of a jammy texture.
We were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you are really enjoying the vibe at the garage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about
Food
that.
hall.
And coming from the Fisher's Test Kitchen, which was great, it's just different. It's lively, it's packed, it's fun,
It's
and
busy.
Yeah, it's so busy. I mean, and there's a lot more tenants, so you got a lot more people to talk with, interact with, borrow something if you're under.
That's part.
So it's night and day, customer-wise. It's crazy.
Well, Carlos, very quickly, you brought a couple of other things to kind of show off for us. Tell us what we're seeing.
So right here, it's a steam bun. It's a karaage steam bun, which is a Japanese fried chicken.
Dibs. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Was that out loud?
It's got a little bit of soy
Did you
mayo on
cough?
there.
You need some water?
This is,
You okay?
Dibs.
Right?
I got dibs.
Okay,
That's
okay.
You need to wash it down with this.
Yeah.
What about
Soy
this one,
mayo,
Carlos?
pickled red onions, and then over here you got pork and leek dumplings,
I love
which you just can't take it off the menu.
Nice.
So that's one
So
you're
this one's
okay
gonna
with
stay.
keeping.
Right. This one's got to stay.
Yeah.
You don't want nobody mad at you because that one's got to stay on the menu.
Carlos,
Got
my
it.
man, where can we come find you, sit down and eat?
So we're located in the garage, right in Bottle Works, downtown, right off 10th Street.
Yes.
And we're open 7 days a week.
There you go.
Sunday,
Come see you guys. But we're not
Sounds
done.
good.
You got a little something coming up for us in the second segment.
Yes.
Yes, we're making that
DanDan?
the DanDan.
DanDan noodles.
Man.